Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. What I'm going to do here is show you the Sandworm camo on like one tank at least of every nation, so you can get an idea for what it looks like on different tanks, because it looks better on certain color foundations underneath the camo, and it looks better from some nations than it does to others, and it's very subjective, and you'll appreciate it on one nation more so than others. So looking at that will give you an idea of going, well, you know, should I get the camo, blah blah blah. Well, this will give you a base so you can look at it and go, oh, that looks really nice. And so just to give you an idea, and what I'm doing here is that these are not permanently assigned. You can go into your tank, look on your camo, put it on there, click on the stick, on the right stick. I clicked on it to get all the screen stuff removed, and this is just the tank with just the camo, but this is not permanent. This is just there for demonstration purposes. I haven't put them on permanent yet. I just wanted to look and show these different tanks to you. Now this is a 101 Scorpion Cold War Arrow 1. I mean, it's a pretty nice looking camo on this tank. And see, this is me backing out. I'm going to back out again. You're going to see my regular desert camo. There's the regular desert camo. I'm going to back out again and take all the screen stuff off. So this is the normal camo, and you got to see it with the Sandworm camo. Here, as you can see, we have the rock crawler. Now, once again, we're going to temporarily put this on there so you can, and give you a flyby and let you look and see what it looks like with this camo on the rock crawler. This is another nice looking one. The red stripe on the rock crawler doesn't really interfere or take away from the camo effect on this tank. So I'm just throwing this out here so you can see different aspects and go, this thing is better than I thought it was, because it's better than I thought it was. What did we have that was, oh man, yeah, the BMPs looked really good. This is the BMP2. You know, it's quite nice looking on this tank. Now, on certain tanks, it's going to have a little duller, almost washed out look, which looks kind of cool in its own regard. Like I said, you know, some will appeal to certain people more than others. I thought this one looked really great. And all the BMPs are like that. Now, this is a thumper. Let's do the thumper. But this is a thumper with the rabbit. What's the rabbit? Oh, it's the bad bunny. Sorry, that's what it is. Jack. It says Jack. This is the Jack Rabbit skin. So now let's put the Sandworm camo here. I'll let you take a look at this. Now on this tank, the panels are bigger, so you can see the swirly effect in greater detail. Some people will like the swirly effect, some people might not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It only matters what you think of it. But it's pretty cool. In fact, you know, I haven't even seen this. Here's what we're going to do. Let's put this 10 on here. There we go. And let's put this here. And let's put this one here. Whoops, I said here. There we go. That's better. Now, to tell you the truth, that Thumper looks better with the Sandworm camo. Interesting. This is another one that I think you should look at. The Weasel. Alright, here we go. Now, to be honest, you don't really get to notice the Sandworm effect, so I'd never put that on this one because, you know, it just doesn't really get to show up anywhere except on this back panel. You know, it's okay. It's nothing spectacular. So this was a great example of showing you one. I thought it looked great on the Thumper and on the BMP, not so great on the Weasel. And that's what I'm talking about. There's different, you know, different tanks will have different looks to them. This one's another one that would be probably very appealing. So here we go. The 4211. You know, again, sometimes it's the color scheme and the details, like on this 4211 on the back of the turret and on the back of the engine compartment and the side panels. It looks pretty killer. And one of the weaknesses of the 4211 is this. I'm going to go back on the default. Now, when you have a default 4211, it's kind of boring. So this is the deal that helps. There we go, Desert. So this was a good example of some of those tanks. Now I'm going to switch to World War II and we're going to check those out. Yeah, this is an interesting tank here. So let's do the Astron Rex. So Astron Rex, Desert. This is an example of one where it's a little muted. And it has to do with the undercoating of the paint. Some of you get the like those Cold Wars that I showed you on the Blue Nation and on the BMP. Those, it looked more engraved. This one doesn't look that way. This one looks a little lighter. You know, like a different kind of rock texture. So this is what I was talking about. Now, you might like this more tan looking Sandworm camo versus the more brown of the Rock Crawler and the 4211 and the BMP. That's the thing. That's what I wanted to show you. You might like one or the other. You might like both. Whatever. But this is why I'm making this video, to show you this stuff so you can have a chance to avail yourself of the camos. Okay, what else is a good one? Well, yeah, let's check out the Eradicator. That'll be interesting. Hey, you freak. Really? That's bogus. I guess you can't put it on this tank for some reason. I did not know that. So I know I can put it on these other tanks. Check this out. Yeah, for some reason the Eradicator doesn't allow you to add this. Now this is once again a German sniper tank. So you get the similar kind of, you know, more weathered look. And it doesn't look as engraved as it looked on the Cold War tanks. This will change from nation to nation. There was a really good one. Let me fix this. One of the ones I looked at was really killer. So we're going to go there. There it is. The T-14. I checked this one out and it looked sweet. All those little panels look really great with that Sandworm camo on there. Especially that turret. So let's cruise through here. Let's go find one of these British tanks. We'll do the Sentinel. You know, the gear and stuff like that really helps make some of these look really cool. Alright, that's cool. Let's cruise-ola. What's next, Russian or German? There we go. Let's see something that gives us a good... Alright, let's use a Spa Panzer. Oops, wrong one. This one really looks extra weathered, like limestone. You know, the stuff the pyramids are made out of. I guess it has a really weathered look to it. You know, there's some neat ones, like, where's the VK75? The icebreaker is the VK75. So let's use the VK75 without the icebreaker camo to give us the actual camo on the tank itself. And that looks really cool. This is one that I thought looked really nice with the color of the foundation of the armor with the Sandworm on top. You know, like I said, you know, some people will like one more than the other. Let's take a look and see what happens when we stick the icebreaker there. See what the difference is. Oh, you can't use it on there because it only uses... The icebreaker is a permanent camo and cannot be covered. That's what that tells me. So the answer is the VK75. It looked awesome. Hidden, that's okay. Hidden Stug because of the panels. You have those panels. And the bricks. Der Verstecker. Don't know what that means. but really weathered on the panels. You can see that effect. This thing looks like it's been, you know, covered in dust from a city battle. I know some of the Frenchies looked a little different. This was one of them that I tried. Now this one, as you know, this has a you know, a sea, kind of a sea foam green under paint job on the armor, so they get this really almost, it looks like copper tarnish. The greenish color looks like copper tarnish, or you know, like a little bit of copper sulfate. So again, a really unique kind of look that you get on this Frenchie tank, because you can see the green color on the wheels. So you get different effects. Vanguard is going to matter. It has a camo net, so that doesn't help us. Britannia Panther, that's a permanent camo. Same thing with this. That's a green color. I don't think the Murat will make a difference. The Pack 40 does have a difference. So this is that same effect. It's very light. The greenish corrosion is really what it simulates. It simulates that copper sulfate corrosion. If this was copper, but this is not copper, it's steel. So it would definitely not do it in this color, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a copper item that's corroded with the copper sulfate. That's what happens to it. That's where this color comes from. So it's a really, like I said, it's really cool and unique. If this appeals to you, it's a jackpot. Those Frenchies, they look killer with that on there. How about Russian? Some of the Russian ones look really good. Oh yeah, I know one of the ones that was cool was the heavy tanks. Okay, well, let's use one of these. This is good. Really cool effect there. It has just a completely different look than the Germans. So that's one of the things that's good about this camo, is that it looks different on different nation tanks, even though it's the same exact camo. The Frenchie looks different than the German, and the German and Frenchies look different than the Russians. So this is a Russian tank right here, which that looks fantastic. And this is what we're looking at. What's next up here? After Russian, we got, beats the heck out of me. I mean, you could do this all day. This M41D, that might be good. Has a lot of panels. There's a different greenish effect. And once again, you see the coloration difference effect is different than the other tanks that I showed you. On this tank, it's a little similar to the Frenchies, but it is still a different color of green. So, well, we don't want to do that. It's a really different color green, or different than the French. Let's do this one. Why not? Wow, it looks completely way different, doesn't it? So this is the thing I wanted to show you, is just how it varies from nation to nation. It looks awesome on certain tanks. And of course, like I said, everyone is going to have personal favorites, and there's nothing wrong with that. I wanted to show you these so you could get an idea and see actually how good that camouflage is. You know, again, another slightly different kind of color scheme. I like some of the other ones better than this Japanese one, but you know, that's the deal. You get to make your own choice. But really, it looks good on all of them, one way or the other. Okay, Skoda. There's a Skoda Tiger. That'll be interesting. Let's see what we got here. You know, once again, just a different look. That's really killer. Some of them really show off the equipment that's on the tanks, the cables and the exhaust, the helmet, you know, the tools, great stuff there. Logo might be decent. What about an emo? Yeah, let's go check out this emo, because this emo is a butt-kicking tank. You know, with the armor of this, you know, has like pitted sections, and it just looks killer on this tank, with especially with, again, the equipment and the tarps on the turret and those bottles, the exhaust pipes, those canisters. The whole thing just looks freaking awesome. So that is the point. And look at those entrenching tools. Yeah, there's shovels, but in the Army they call them entrenching tools. Killer stuff, man. Just absolutely killer stuff. Pudel, I don't think it's going to let us put anything on there, but let's take a check and see. I don't know. Yeah, that won't let you do it, but we can do this TKS-20. This little midget tank. Problem with these midget tanks is they're so small you really don't get the effect. I don't feel you get a really good example. You can't see it really. So it looks cool, but you're just never going to get that close to it. Oh yeah, this Fiat should be good. Man, that is a killer desert camo for this tank. It looks so good, you're going to have a limitation on which tanks you can put it on. That's the problem. Right, Mercenary Thresher. This will be a great choice. Now, one of the things about the Thresher is that it has a lot of discolorations on there, like rust on the side of those panels to protect the tracks. It really gets in the way of seeing it, so it's okay. I think you're just, you know, not getting a good example of what it looks like on that. We're going to switch to another tank. The Stinger. Maybe it's good, I don't know. That's not bad. It has a lot of gear on there, which kind of messes with your eye. So it doesn't really get to showcase what it has. Ah, the Tusk. This might be good. Okay, Tusk has a lot of gear, as you can see on the turret as well as the body. Again, it has discolorations as part of the design, which once again hide the effect of the camo. I'm not a fan of this because I think you're just wasting money. Well, let's look at the needle. I don't like the way the needle looks myself. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. Now, this makes the needle kind of look better. Again, it's all personal. You could love it or hate it. I'm just trying to, look at stuff that would be better. Now, this is a Ruthless. This is from Ultimate Season Pass. So a lot of people would have this tank. Not bad. That back plate looks pretty good with that camo on there. Same thing with those side skirts for the tracks. This is not bad. This looks pretty good actually. I like this. I like the side of that gun mantlet with the striations. That looks really fantastic. You know what? This is just curiosity is killing me. The E6. Again, it's a really small tank, so it's hard to get the details. You kind of lose it. It's a little muted. I know another good one to put on here. We'll try like the M3 Lee. It's big enough to give us a decent effect. Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. Man, it makes the front of that thing look great. Trying to get that glare off. Man, that's nice. So that is a real good example of the options available from the Sandworm camo. And that we've cycled through everything. Oh yeah, we got to do a Sherman, right? Once again, the gear on the front, you don't get to see it really well, but man, on the sides, it's pretty awesome. Now, you could sit here and do this all day if you wanted to. I'm going to end this dude because I've covered, like I said, I was going to do at least one of every nation, which we have done. And I thought it was really good. I think this will help people get a grasp of what this camo looks like, and you'll have a lot of enjoyment making this decision yourself. So it would be helpful if you could leave a like for this video, help spread the word, tell your friends, that way they can learn about this. Leave a like and maybe subscribe as well. So I want to thank you guys for spending the time watching this video. I hope it really helps you out. I look forward to seeing you guys again in a future video because I have many more that are coming out. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for watching.